Hello, hello, hello. So let's talk about how healing begins in your kitchen, right? So I'm waiting for you to join this live right now on how healing begins in your kitchen, right? So, all right. You're welcome. I'm waiting for like 5 more minutes so that people can join this live. 5 more, 5 more minutes. So let's begin. Let's talk about how healing starts in your kitchen, right? I know a lot of people. First, I'm Dr. Hayor Cares. You're welcome to this live. I'm Dr. Hayor Cares, a medical doctor, a licensed medical doctor, preventive health advocate. And tonight, I'd like us to discuss a topic on how healing can begin in your kitchen, right in your kitchen, right? I know quite a number of people believe that um, healing begins at the pharmacy, at the drugstore, or at the hospital. When more often than not, the healing begins in your kitchen. And that's what we'll be talking about tonight. We're going to rub minds together. You're going to share your knowledge on this topic. But first, if you are joining me live, let me know where you're joining from, what city, what state, what country are you joining me from. I'm waiting for others, right, to join this live. Then we can go on with the live session, right? How's your day been today? How have you been? Let me know in the comment section. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? So let's talk about it. If you have an opinion on how healing begins in your kitchen, have you ever tried um, a new recipe or change your diet? How has it influenced your health? Right? How has it influenced your health? So let's talk about that. How healing begins in your kitchen, right in your kitchen, right? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how healing begins in your kitchen, the kinds of food you should be eating that could bring healing to your kitchen. If you are joining me, we are waiting. We have like 3 more minutes to wait for others, right? How does healing begin in the kitchen? What kind of food do you eat that can bring healing? And when we're talking about healing, we're talking about the old, is about the whole health itself, wholesome health, right? It starts from prevention. And because I'm a preventive health advocate, I often like to talk about prevention. So more often than not, especially many of these lifestyle diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, sometimes kidney injury, if it doesn't have any underlying cause that is not related to your lifestyle, maybe it's congenital or any other reasons. Even some forms of cancers are linked to your lifestyle. Some form of cancer. If you are joining me, let me know in the comment section where you are joining me from, what state, what country are you joining me from. You're welcome to this platform. I'm Dr. Hayor Cares once again, a preventive health advocate, and we are here to talk about how healing can begin in your kitchen, right? Simple things that can make you to have wholesome health. It's not just about going to the hospital, going for clinics and all of that. It's about what you eat daily, right? And I'll be talking about it in under three different headlines, right? So many times people say, "Oh, I eat healthily." But it's not enough to eat healthily, right? It's not enough to eat healthily. I've met quite a number of people that will complain to me, "Oh, doctor, I actually eat healthily, but I have high blood pressure, I have diabetes, I have kidney injury, or whatever." It's about many other things that are associated with what you are eating. So it's not enough to eat good food. It's about how you cook it, what you're adding to the food, what other things do you eat along the food, right? So let's all together discuss how healing can begin in the kitchen, right? So where are you watching me from? Let me know in the comment section where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from the comment section. Where are you watching me from? You're welcome once again. So to this channel, as we wait for others, let's begin. So let me know in the comment section where you're watching me from. Drop your comments. What state are you watching me from? What country are you watching me from? What habits, lifestyle, what food habits have you changed recently that has helped your health? Maybe helped your blood sugar, helped your blood pressure. Let me know in this comment section. So let's begin. How does healing begin in the kitchen? Right? How does healing begin in the kitchen? First of all, your kitchen is supposed to be a safe place for your health, right? Because you are supposed to be okay. Thanks for joining. Honey Drops from USA. Thanks for joining. You are welcome to this topic. To this episode of Dr. Hayor Cares live on Healing Begins in the Kitchen, right? So, as others are joining, let me know where you're joining me from. Right. Let me know where you're joining me from. Okay, so if you have any habits that you have changed recently, let me know. How did it help you? How did your kitchen habits help your health? Let me know in the comment section. Did it help you drop some weight? Did it help you with high blood pressure? Did it help you with diabetes? Did it help you in any way to resolve some health issues? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so let's begin. First, if you are joining me, I want to know where you're joining me from, what state, what country you are joining me from, and also tap the this thing to like it and also share this video so that it can reach other people. They can join this live. Kindly share so I can reach other people, right? Okay, so let's begin. If you're talking about healing begins in the kitchen, you are welcome as you're joining me. Let me know where you're joining from. This is Dr. Hayor Cares live. So let's start. Healing begins in the kitchen. Like I said, it starts from prevention, right? I am a preventive health advocate, so I advocate prevention a lot because it can save you a lot of stress, right? So now let's begin. If you want to prevent certain lifestyle diseases, Nigeria, Sunny, Aruna, you are welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight. Okay, so we're going to start from prevention, right? And how do you prevent this? It has to begin with. So we're going to talk about healing begins in the kitchen from 3 headlines. What do you cook in your kitchen? Let's start from there. What do you cook? Because it's not enough to say, oh, I cook homemade meals. When you ask some people, do you cook from home? They'll say, oh, I cook from home. But what are you cooking in that kitchen? Because I may be cooking every day in that kitchen and your doctor says, oh, your dietitian says, oh, do you cook homemade meals? Say, I cook homemade meals. What are you cooking? Your Mozele Peculiar, you are welcome. Good evening. Where are you watching me from, right? So we're talking about healing begins in the kitchen, right? Yeah, so healing begins in your kitchen and we're talking about prevention. So we're talking about what do you cook in your kitchen? It's not enough to cook. What are you cooking? Because you may be cooking, for instance, this is I don't know what time it is in your place. It's 7 p.m. West African time, and I'm about to cook dinner, and I just cook a pot of white rice with stew, right? And that's what I'm having for dinner. And when I'm done, my dietitian or doctor asked me, what did you eat tonight? Did you cook homemade meals? And I said, yes, I love homemade meals. Did I make homemade meals? Yes. But was it a kind of meal that was supposed to heal me? No. Because me loading myself with a lot of white rice and stew, maybe just with a little bit piece of protein, that's not good enough for my health. So when we say healing begins in the kitchen, it starts from what you are cooking. What are you cooking? You have to know what you are cooking first, right? So what are you cooking in your kitchen? Are you cooking to heal or are you cooking to hurt your health? Because in the kitchen, you're either cooking to heal yourself or to hurt your health. Are you cooking to heal or are you cooking to hurt your health? So if you cook 2 or 3 times a day and all your meal is composed of food that are either high in refined carbs or some forms of food that are not good for your health, then you are not cooking to heal. You are probably cooking to hurt, right? So that's where it starts from. When you're talking about healing starts in the kitchen, what are you cooking? Ask yourself. Right now, as we're talking, you're probably cooking dinner or cooking lunch or cooking breakfast from wherever you're watching from. What are you cooking tonight? Are you cooking refined carb, bread with a lot of butter? Is that what you're cooking in your kitchen tonight? Are you cooking white rice with just stew, no protein, no vegetables? Is that what you're cooking? Are you cooking maybe local food? If you're from Africa, you're cooking amala, for instance, with very little soup, not enough protein or vegetables. Is that what you're cooking? Or are you cooking that same white rice? I mean, that same rice, maybe instead of white rice, you're now cooking brown rice with vegetables and protein. What are you cooking? That's the first question I'll be asking. When we want our kitchen to heal us, that's a question you should hold. My people will say hold it on your left hand so that you don't forget. What do you cook in your kitchen? Ask yourself that question. What do I often cook in my kitchen? Is it healing me or is it hurting my health? Right? That's a very important question to ask. And then we go to the next question. How are you cooking your food? If you are able to answer, what am I cooking? That's the first question you should ask yourself. What am I cooking? Am I cooking to heal myself? Am I cooking so that I will still need medications after this meal? Or am I cooking so that this food can make me whole? The next question should be, how are you cooking it? How are you cooking the food? Are you cooking to heal or to harm your health? Right? And let's break this down now, because you're asking yourself, how else can somebody cook? It's not just to put the food on the cooker and it cooks. Yes, you're right. For instance, let's break it down to the simplest. You want to cook chicken. You know, we all say, okay, it's protein. Protein is a part of a healthy diet and all of that. And then you decided, okay, I want to start taking protein. So you chose 3 proteins. You chose fish, you chose chicken, and you chose egg, right? Very good source of protein. But how are you cooking it? You may decide, okay, since they say we should be eating egg, let me just fry egg this morning with some yam. And in that your fried egg, there's a lot of oil that you fry the egg with. Do you know what you have succeeded in doing? You have succeeded in turning that healthy food into an unhealthy food, because you have added more calories to that your fried egg. Instead of that, you could have just boiled the egg. And if you feel like you don't want to boil, some people don't like boiled egg, you can poach it. You can just use little oil to fry it. You don't even need oil, just a little to fry the egg. By that, you'll be saving your health, you'll be protecting yourself, you'll be healing through your food. It's not only egg. Some people cannot eat chicken except it is deeply fried, right? Or fish except it is deeply fried. What happens to air frying? I know people will say, oh, I don't have an air fryer, so I can't air fry. Fine. What happens to boiling? Some people don't like to boil, right? What happens to grilling? Some people don't like to grill. So you have to choose one, because is it that you're choosing your health or you're choosing the other side? There are always 2 sides to a coin: health or hurt, health or harm, right? So you have to choose one. Which one are you choosing? Which one each time you go into your kitchen to make a meal, and I'm even talking to myself, that's what I do a lot these days. Each time you go into your kitchen to make a meal, ask yourself this simple question: how am I cooking this food? Am I cooking it in a form that should be healing me? Or am I cooking it in a form that is hurting me? Always ask yourself that question, right? Always ask yourself that question. If you have any question, you can start dropping your question. I'll see them and I'll attend to them, right? But kindly share this video so that I can reach more people and they can join this live and benefit from it as well. So, because these are simple things that sometimes we ignore or do not really pay attention to, right? Okay, so now the second question is, how do you cook your food? Do you cook to heal or do you cook to hurt your health, right? So another way you can cook to hurt your health is overcooking, by overcooking your food. Sometimes we feel like, oh, this food has to be well cooked, and then we add a lot of water to it. And before you know it, you're sieving off the nutrients from the food. The food is cooked, already overcooked. And then you're sieving off the nutrients from the food. That's not the right way to cook. You are not cooking to heal at all, right? Because you've already removed the nutrient from that food, right? Then another thing is, like I mentioned, over frying healthy food. For instance, over frying your vegetables. For those who love fried rice, for instance, let's take that for instance. You want to prepare your vegetables for fried rice. What happened to just adding little oil and stir frying for a while instead of deep frying inside a lot of oil? And that takes me to the next question you should be asking yourself. Don't forget, the first question you should ask yourself in your kitchen is, what am I cooking in my kitchen? Whatever I'm cooking, is it healing me or is it hurting my health? Number two, how am I cooking? Am I cooking to heal or am I cooking to hurt my health? If you are always frying your food, deep frying, especially, and some people love to bleach their oil, red oil. That's not good because you are introducing a lot of trans fats into your meal. And that you are adding more calories. And trans fats are not good for your heart health. They are not good. They can increase the risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, and a host of other lifestyle diseases. You bleach your oil before you use it. That's not good. So how are you cooking your food? Right? How are you cooking it? And then some of us overcook our vegetables. And in the process, all the antioxidants, all the nutrients, like 70% gone. So we are just chewing leaf and we think we are eating, right? Yeah, we're just chewing the leaf. So the first question you ask yourself, what am I cooking in my kitchen? Am I cooking, whatever I'm cooking, is it healing me? If you're just joining, kindly let me know where you're watching from. Is it healing me or is it hurting me? The next question is, how am I cooking it? Am I cooking to heal or am I cooking to hurt? Then that takes me to the next question. What are you adding to your food? Whatever I'm adding to my food or to my meal should be healing me, right? Because this is all about healing. We're talking about prevention. We're talking about prevention that starts from our kitchen that can save us from lifestyle diseases like high blood pressure. More often than not, high blood pressure starts from the kitchen. Diabetes starts from the kitchen. Some forms of cancer start from the kitchen. So are you cooking to heal? What are you adding? That's the next question. What am I adding? If you are just joining us, you're welcome. This is Dr. Hayor Cares Live. We're talking about healing starts in the kitchen, right? So let me know where you're watching from. Yeah, so the next question is, what am I adding to my food? More often than not, our kitchen these days, many of us, I used to be guilty, right, of that, what I'm about to say right now. Our kitchen is now like a museum with a lot of decorative bottles, packages, sachet of flavors, right, of condiments, all packed up for us. Let me tell you the truth. Whatever you are buying that is often packed, and I know that maybe sometimes it may be unavoidable, all this packaged food and all of that, but we can limit it as much as possible, right? We can limit it. If you think it's unavoidable, you can limit it, right? Many of the condiments that you buy that are packed, that are canned, that are beautifully decorated, beautifying your kitchen shelf, they are full of sugar, salt, and additives that your body do not need. And that's why when you go for your doctor's appointment, you're surprised when your doctor says your blood pressure is high. You're like, oh, I cook from home. I know what I'm eating and all of that. You probably do not know what you're eating when you're eating a lot of packaged foods. You probably do not know what you're eating. More times than not. You probably do not know. And so you're cooking a very delicious, healthy pot of vegetables or potato porridge or yam porridge. A very delicious meal. And then, instead of you making sure that this beautiful pot of vegetable is nourishing by adding some beautiful natural spices like your ginger, your garlic, your onions, your locust bean, you decided to add more of seasoning cubes, a pot of vegetables. You are adding about 3 or 4 seasoning cubes, just a pot of vegetable for about a family of 4. Not knowing that even if you really love that your seasoning cube and you want to add it, if you add 1 cube and you add garlic and ginger, it will accentuate the taste of that food. It will be so flavorful, right? These days, our kitchen smells of condiments, nice condiments that are full of flavor that we cannot understand. When it's supposed to be, I mean, your kitchen is supposed to be smelling of garlic, of ginger, of onions, of locust beans, of all those beautiful spices that nature has given to us. I mean, I used to be in that shoes. I mean, beautifying your kitchen with a lot of condiments that are well packaged, sometimes because of the business, sometimes because of laziness, sometimes because of ignorance, and sometimes because we don't really care. Yeah? So, what are you adding to your food? If you really want healing to begin in the kitchen, this is the third question you should be asking yourself. The first one is, what am I cooking in my kitchen? The next one is, how am I cooking in my kitchen? And the third one is, what am I adding to my meals? All of these questions must point to one answer. Whatever you're cooking, however you're cooking, whatever you're adding should be healing you, not hurting your health. Right? And I know that some people will say, oh, it's difficult to all these things these people are saying. Well, I agree with you. We are all human. We all indulge in some things once in a while, right? You want to use seasoning cubes and all of that. It's okay. But make sure you limit it as much as possible. Don't put a pot of soup, maybe for a family of 4 or 5, and you have added five seasoning cubes. That's a lot. You can add 1, and then you add all your garlic and ginger. And if you know you can do without it, the best. If you can do without it, the best. But if you know you must add seasoning cube, add 1. You try it. Add garlic, add ginger, add some onions. If you don't like those ones, choose another one. Cinnamon, turmeric, they are all very good natural spices that nature has given to us. But some of us, many of us, including me, I used to be in that shoes, we are too busy to have time to process all these natural things. Or sometimes we just don't care. Sometimes we just want to go with the trend. This is what my friends are buying. This is what people are buying. So what are you adding to your food? Right? Some of us still add sugar to our food. Some of our meals. You add sugar to your beans to make it sweet. Yes, you know, right? You add sugar to your yam. A lot of sugar. I tasted one year, it was like I was practically eating sugar. And my body was repelling it, like, this is too much. And let me tell you something. I used to be one of those people that used to add a lot of sugar to yam. I mean, I cannot eat yam without a lot of sugar. But when I realized that, oh, this thing is not really good for my health, and it's a way of me. You are welcome if you are joining this live. Can you let me know where you're watching from? Right? We're talking about healing starting your kitchen. And we are on the third part of what are you adding to your food? Is it healing you or is it harming your health? And I was talking about people adding sugar to their food, right? And I mentioned that I used to be one of those people. I used to add sugar to my yam. I used to add sugar to my beans. I loved sweet things. I loved sweet things. But the moment the realization dawned on me, right, that no. These are hidden ways I am consuming sugar. I might say, oh, I don't eat sugar. I don't add sugar directly to my cereal or whatever. But I'm eating sugar from my yam, eating sugar from my beans every single time. Yeah. So what are you adding to your food? Is it healing you or is it hurting your health? Right? Healing starts from the kitchen. It starts from your kitchen. Right? And when we're talking about kitchen, we're talking about your eating habits, what you're cooking, your daily routine, daily eating routine. Okay, Honey Drop says, I replace sugar in my yam with sweet potatoes. Exactly, that's what I started doing too. I started adding sweet potato to my yam, right? Because seriously, some of us just love sweet yam. I cannot lie to you. It was a difficult decision for me to make, but recently, like, I've started replacing sugar with sweet potatoes too in my yam, and it's really is sweet as well. Yeah, sweet potatoes are healthy. So it's a way, if you really love sugar like me, I love sugar. I say it every time when my kids look at me and say, "Mommy, you don't eat sugar, you don't like sugar." I look at them and say, "I loved sugar, but I had to make a decision and stop it. Like, this thing is not good." It started from my tooth, dental cavity. That's what sugar can do to you. I had dental caries. By the time I had two of my teeth gone, I knew that, okay, I was eating too much sugar. So, what are you adding to your meals? Honey Drop says, I replace sugar with sweet potato in my yam. You can try it. I've tried. That's what I started doing too, and it's really good. Yeah, for those of you who love sweet yam. For your beans is already sweet. Please stop adding sugar. Right? Stop adding sugar, and stop adding too much. Another thing that you may be adding to your food that could be hurting your health is oil. If you're on my side, from my tribe, we love oil. I grew up believing that there must be a lot of oil in stew and soup before I can enjoy it. It took a lot of reconditioning of my mind to be able to now start to appreciate stew or soup that does not have too much oil. It took a lot of the conditioning of my mind. It took a lot of deconditioning of my mind, right? So, are you adding too much oil to your food, to your stew, to your soup, to your eggs? Are you adding too much oil? It doesn't heal, it can hurt. And do you always deep fry your oil even before starting your stew? Seriously, you don't have to fry your oil before you make a stew. I used to fry my oil before I made my stew. I stopped it a long time ago. And it's very nourishing that way, right? Very nourishing. And some of you might be thinking, oh, all these things that this doctor is saying. My parents have high blood pressure. My dad has diabetes, family history of diabetes. So definitely I must have it. You may have a family history that could put you at risk of having lifestyle diseases, but it's in your hand to protect yourself from not having it. You except there are other underlying medical conditions or that predisposes you to those lifestyle diseases that which is beyond your control. Maybe you went through a traumatic experience, or you had underlying health conditions that are outside of your control that caused your blood pressure to be high or your blood sugar to be high. If it is basically your lifestyle, then you can control it. You are in charge. Yeah, you can, and it starts from what you eat. What are you eating in your kitchen? If I open your fridge now, how many bottles of soda are there? How many packaged fruit juices are there? Packaged fruit juice. I loved packaged fruit juice. I loved it. I never knew I could give it up. I never knew. It was like water to me. But when I realized that this packaged fruit juice is not doing me any good, right? It's not doing me any good. I used to have a very flat tummy. I started developing tummy. I now realize, okay, this is how I'm secretly eating sugar, even though I don't eat much. I'm eating sugar, a lot of sugar. So that is it. What do you have in your kitchen? If you open your fridge, if you open your kitchen shelves, look at all the condiments, the spices you use in your kitchen. Look at your freezer. Does it look like a home hospital? Does it look like a home hospital? Does it look like it can heal you? Or does it look like it can hurt you? What does it look like? What does it look like? So those are the questions you should ask yourself. So another thing we're going to talk about is, we have talked about what are you cooking in your kitchen? How do you cook it? What are you adding to your food? Now, let's talk about another thing. I know some people are maybe saying, oh, all these things you're saying, it doesn't concern me. I cook well. I cook the right things. I cook the right way. I don't add anything that is not healing. Right. I choose healthy meals. And that's kudos. It takes a lot of effort and discipline to choose healthy meals. But now, how are you eating your healthy meals? That's another question we shall be asking. How are you eating your healthy meals? Right? Somebody told me yesterday, Abi, or 2 days ago, like, doctor, I never knew. I climbed the weight, the scale, and I saw that I felt in my body that like I felt heavy. And I climbed the scale, I saw that I had added weight. And I was smiling. And the person said that, do you know I eat healthily? I don't even eat sugar. I've reduced my carb. I go for wholesome carbs. I eat a lot of proteins and healthy fats. How did I add weight? And I asked the person some questions. And the person told me, is it possible to add weight with healthy meals? Yes, absolutely. Very possible to add weight with healthy meals if you don't control your portion. Let's assume that brown rice, for instance, you want to eat it. You know, they say brown rice is healthy. Or let's say oatmeal, not the instant oatmeal. That's another thing I'm going to ask. I'm going to go to that. Let's focus on this one first. How are you eating your healthy meals? Are you overeating your healthy meals? That's another question you should be asking. That's the fourth question. How are you eating your healthy meals? If you have one on those other three questions, you eat healthy meals, right? How do you eat them? So because you eat healthy, you woke up in the morning, you took one apple. The next 20 minutes, another apple. Before 2 hours, 5 apples gone down the drain. In the next 2 hours, 5 bananas gone down the drain. Another 2 hours, a bowl of porridge finished. In the next 4 hours, amala with vegetable soup gone. Another 1 hour, you are eating cucumber. Before night again, a bowl of beans. That way. You are abusing your healthy meals. So that's the next question. How are you eating your healthy meals? Are you eating your healthy meals to heal or to hurt you? Because healthy meals can also hurt. It can hurt your health if you overeat your healthy meals, right? So that oat is good, especially still coarse or rolled oats, not processed oat, not instant oat meals. Those ones are laden with sugar. That they are good, or that your yam is good, or that sweet potatoes are good, or that eggs are good, does not mean you should eat them anyhow, right? You have to eat or based on your caloric need. If you are always in calorie surplus, then you are not doing any good to your health, right? You are on healthy meals, but you're always overeating more than your body needs. And that's what happened to that person that spoke to me 2 days ago. They overate healthy meals, they overate, and they gained weight. And do you know that this, because we are in the rave of people saying they eat healthy, do you know that a lot of people are falling into that trap right now as I speak, and they are gaining a lot of weight from healthy meals because they don't know how to control it. They think because it's healthy, they can eat it anyhow. They compensate themselves and say, at least I don't take soda, I don't take donuts. But if you eat some of your healthy meals, overeat them, it could be equivalent to you taking a bottle of soda and a donut. If you are just joining, please let me know where you're joining from. What country, what city, what state. You're welcome. So, it can be equivalent to it. So that is it. How are you eating? Your healthy meals is important if you want your healing to begin from the kitchen. That you're eating healthily does not mean you should overeat it. Yeah, does not mean you should overeat it. How are you eating your healthy meals? That's the fourth question we'll be asking. Right? Now we have talked about what are you cooking in your kitchen. Do you cook to heal or do you cook to hurt your health? How are you cooking them? Are you cooking to heal or are you cooking to hurt? What are you adding to your meals? What are you adding? Are they healing or are they hurting? And the fourth one is, how are you eating your healthy meals? Are you overeating them? So much so that you are eating a lot of calories in the name of eating healthy meals. And they are now making you gain weight. And before you know it, you are eating healthy, but you are becoming obese. And obesity is a risk factor for lifestyle diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, some forms of cancers, and the rest. So what are you eating? And now, that will take us to the next question that we are going to ask. It will take us to the next question. What do you do with your kitchen? What do you do after your kitchen engagement? What do you do? So now you have prepared a delicious bowl of a healthy meal, right? You have prepared a delicious bowl of a healthy meal and you will eat it. As a matter of fact, you didn't overeat, you ate the right quantities. What did you do after? Whatever you did after can either heal or hurt. Did you sleep off? Which happens to many of us, right? I won't say I've not fallen into that trap sometimes. You finish eating, because the food was so delicious, you slept off. Yes. Or you slouched immediately and started pressing your phone. You slouch, you just finish eating, you slouch. You try it right now. Try to slouch. See how it is compressing your chest cavity and your tummy. Or did you get up after the meal and take like 2 to 3 minutes of walk? Or just engage in some little bit of exercise to move your body? Whatever you did after your healthy meal, whatever you did after your kitchen appointment could go a long way to either harm or help out your health, especially when you do it consistently. So after your beautiful bowl of healthy meal, you are not supposed to just sleep off on your couch. No. By so doing, the food will just stay there. It will not digest. It will not move. Your digestion is slowed. Nutrient absorption can be affected. And before you know it, you could start having stomach bloating. It happens to me. This one, I don't need any practical experience. That happens to me. Right? When I finish eating and I don't move, I stay in a place. That's why when I'm traveling, I'm in an airplane, I don't like to eat. I don't like to eat because I end up having stomach bloating. Does it happen to you? Let me know in the comment section. When I'm traveling long hours, either in a bus or in a plane, I don't like to eat because it gives me stomach bloating. I have to walk around, right? Metabolism is not boosted. So what did you do after your kitchen appointment? Did you sleep off? Many people sleep off. And then they complain, how am I getting this big tummy? I've been eating healthily now. It's because you sleep off when you finish eating. You didn't move, even though you ate healthily, right? Some people lie down immediately. They finish eating by 8 p.m. and they lie down on their couch. They sleep from the couch to the bed. Some people, after their lunch in the office, they keep working on their desktop. They don't get up. They have their water by their side. Everything is by their side, so they don't have to get up. What did you do after eating your healthy meal? It will go a long way to let you know if you will heal or if you're healing or you're hurting your health, right? So when you finish eating your food, the proper thing to do is take a walk about 2 to 3 minutes. Just take a walk around your house. You don't need to go anywhere. Or just do a little bit of stretching or moving your body for like 1, 2, 3 minutes. At least allow the food to digest. Allow the nutrients to be well absorbed. Allow your digestive system to perform their function. So what did you do after your healthy meal? What did you do? That's very important, right? When we're talking about healing, start from the kitchen. Healing starts from your plate, from your food. It starts from there. Yeah? And that takes us to the next one. What did you put in your plate? How did you plate it? Right? Now, you have heard many times people tell you, dietitians, doctors, nutritionists, online and offline, telling you, oh, eat healthily, eat your fibers, fiber-rich food, eat healthy fat, eat proteins, and all of that. So now, because you have heard so much of that, you now bring your plate. You put a large bowl of brown rice, large bowl. Your whole plate is filled with brown rice. And instead we should eat vegetables now. You now put like a teaspoon or maybe eating spoon of vegetable on top of the rice. Some people don't even use tea for their rice. How do you cope with that? Because the soup and the vegetable sauce, they are the real deal now. Right? How do you eat your eba with a little soup? How do people do that? You have to learn to eat soup. Some people don't like to eat soup. That's the real deal. The other one is just carbs. So you will now mount eba. If you know what eba is, cassava. that is molded, or mean prepared and in a molded form, if you don't know what it is, eba or amala or rice, and it fills your plate. Rice, that's why we should be eating brown rice now, local rice, local brown rice. And so I'm eating local brown rice now. No vegetables, no good protein. Maybe you just try. Well, just cut one half fish there. Fish is expensive these days. Yes, they say we should eat protein. This is protein. That's enough. I know things are expensive. But do you know what is more expensive? Being unhealthy is more expensive. Do you know what people pay to be healthy in the hospital? That's why I advocate prevention a lot. I love to teach about prevention, and all this talk that I'm talking is because we want to reduce the burden of diseases, at least the one we can reduce, lifestyle diseases, amongst the populace. And it is in your hands. People can come and talk online. They can write things, but you have the final say over your own life. Will you rather spend your money on drugs, or will you rather spend the same money on good food? Choose. Yes, choose. You have to choose. Yes, in life there are always two options for us. Are you choosing health, or you are choosing? You have to choose health one way. Are you choosing health through your food or through medications? I'm a doctor. We recommend medications when it is needed. And I know a lot of people criticize doctors. I say doctors love medications. But a number of doctors I know will teach you lifestyle, right? But when people are there, so when you come and you're in a critical condition, doctors will give you medications. You can't stop that to save you. But you can save yourself that stress by checking out what is on your plate. What is on your plate? Eat healthily. The whole plate is filled with brown rice. No vegetables. Throughout today, you have not eaten vegetables. Throughout today, no vitamin and minerals. Nothing. Some of you invest in supplements that you don't need. Trust me when I say you don't need it. You don't need it. I'm not as young as I look. Yes, I'm not as young as I look. And I don't take supplements. I do not take supplements at all. Not anything for women or for non-women. No, I do not. Your supplement that you need is in your kitchen. All the supplements you ever need, they're in your kitchen. They're in your fruits. They're in your vegetables. They are in you sleeping well. They are in you drinking a lot of water. As I am right now, I'm already dehydrated. I want to drink water. I love water. In fact, they call me water bottle because I go everywhere with water bottle. Even when I'm sleeping, there's water by my side. You will glow effortlessly. You will glow effortlessly. Trust me. That's what your kitchen can do for you. That's what your kitchen can do for you. You look at yourself, no wrinkles, nothing, everything is fresh. Your skin is fresh, everything. That's what your kitchen can do for you. Somebody told me about 3 or 4 weeks ago, if not up to a month now, and she was complaining to me. The thing is, last year, she wanted to buy these same supplements, something about women. I told her, you don't need this supplement. Invest in fruits, vegetables, invest in your kitchen. She went behind my back, bought that supplement. She had been taking it since last year. 4 weeks ago, she had a problem with the same supplement. She came back to me and said, this thing is happening to me. I said, did you later buy that supplement? And she said, oh yes, I bought it because everybody was buying it and they said it was good. First of all, the supplement was not cheap. Secondly, it gave her more trouble. You see, it gave her more trouble. She started to add weight unnecessarily. And it was making her uncomfortable. You don't need it. You need your fruits. You need your vegetables. You need your fibers. I know people will say, I don't like beans. I don't like beans. Beans is carbohydrate. Yes. Beans actually has more carbohydrate constituent than proteins, but it also has proteins and it has fibers. So beans is very good for you. Very healthy. Maybe because I love beans, but I'm advocating it for you. Yes, it does a lot of good. alongside all those other base family. Lentils, they are all good. They contain fiber, right? Some of you don't like fruits. If you enter your kitchen now, open your freezer, packaged fruit juice. When they say, do you take fruit? You say, yes, I take fruit. You don't take any fruit. You are taking sugar, water, and additive. You don't take any fruit. Your kitchen, you have not designed it to heal you. You have designed it to probably be hurting your health, because that's too much sugar. Especially as you age, you are nearing 35 and above. You're still taking a lot of packaged juice. You don't love yourself. Trust me. I used to be an investor when it comes to packaged juice. I love it so much. In fact, I lived in a country where packaged juice was as cheap as water. I could use it to wash my hand, and I'm not exaggerating. But a time came, I realized this is wrong, and I chose by myself. So these days, my daughters will say, oh, mommy, you don't like sugar. I look at them and say, if you know how much I love sugar, it's just sacrifice for my health. And trust me, I'm a medical doctor, but I don't even like medications. I don't take it. If you see me with ordinary paracetamol, that headache has really dealt with me. Yes, it has really dealt with me. I would rather prevent it from my kitchen. And when I'm talking about your kitchen, now that takes me to what is in your bottle. What is in your cup? What is in your bottle? What is in your cup? Is it water? Or is it always packaged juice? Is it always coffee? Is it always sweetened beverages? Is it always soda? Is it always alcohol? What is in your cup constantly? What is in your bottle? If I come for an inspection in your kitchen now, what will I find in your bottle? What are you drinking right now? What is beside you as you're watching this video? A cup of sweetened beverages. A cup of chilled packaged fruit juice. Packaged fruit juice is different from real fruit, right? And that also takes me to people who say they eat healthily and they always juice their fruit. And now, many of them will say, oh, you take packaged fruit juice. Me, I juice my fruit. I'm healthier. Okay, let me bust your bubble a little bit. You are taking more sugar than you think you are taking from juicing your fruit every time. Because when you juice the fruit, you throw away the pulp and the shaft and the skin. Those are the fibers that will help you when you eat fruit. That's why when you eat your fruit, eat it whole. Sometimes I blend my fruit, but I rather blend it than juice it. When I blend it, I pour everything, including the pulp, the shaft, the skin. I drink it like that. And somebody once told me, how do you drink all these things from your cucumber? Can't you see all these things from your cucumber? I will drink it like that. Because those are the things that are giving you the nutrients. Those are the things that are giving you those are the things that will not make your blood sugar to spike very fast when you're taking your fruits. Those are the fibers. They are the antioxidants. They are the minerals that make your skin to glow. I'm not using any filter. As you're looking at me, I don't even like to use too much filter. I don't like it. I'm not on filter. I'm not on makeup. And I know my age. With 2 beautiful daughters. I know my age. It's take care of your health. Seriously. Take your kitchen seriously. Take your kitchen seriously. Take it seriously. I know what I'm talking about. Save yourself the stress. It's more expensive to spend money on medications. It's more expensive. It's more stressful. Healthy food is expensive, but medications and ill health, sickness is more expensive. So what is in your bottle? What is on your plate? Are you plating right? When you have your plate, dietitians will always tell you, divide it into 4. Divide your plate into 4. Let's say this is your plate. This is your plate, right? Let's divide it into 4. 2/4 of your plate should contain vegetables. 2/4 of your plate should contain vegetables. 1/4 your protein, 1/4 your carb, if it is brown rice, or your yam, or your potatoes, sweet potatoes, or your oatmeal, whatever, or your amala. As a matter of fact, for adults 35 years and above, it is recommended that you don't eat more than a feast of amala or eba. What are you doing with that bowl of eba or amala? It's too much. If your vegetables are actually enough, you'll be filled. Trust me. That feast that they recommend, I will divide it into 2. That's what I will eat, or 3, safe, or 4. Because I will have already packed enough vegetables. But I may be different. I started loving vegetables even before I knew how healthy they were. I love vegetables. I grew up loving it because my mom loved vegetables. So maybe I'm different. My mom loved vegetables, so I grew up loving vegetables. So when I now need it, it's healthy. Oh God. There is no week in my house. In fact, I've eaten vegetables today. That I don't cook loads of vegetables. I have a small garden behind my house where I grew ugu. I grew green. That one died off. Some rat came and ate it. But I still buy from the market every time. Yeah? Okra. Jute leaf. Ewedu, if you are Yoruba. Green, they call it green. Some they call it green spinach. Lettuce. Broccoli. There are plenty. You can make cabbage sauce to make your rice interesting. You can make cabbage sauce. When you make the cabbage sauce, just add a pinch of oil. Trust me. Add a pinch of oil. Add your garlic and ginger. Oh my God. Add your garlic and ginger. You try this weekend. Come and report back to me. Hey, garlic and ginger is a game changer. Do you know how you will do it? Mix your garlic. The same quantity of garlic with the same quantity of ginger with some onions. Don't be generous with the onions. Me, I love onions. I can eat it raw. I love onions on my food. I can eat it blended. But some people tell me they don't really like onions. They don't even like to see it in their food. Blend it. Blend it. Blend it. Make it a paste. Hey, if you are busy like me and you don't have strength to be making dry powder from all this garlic and ginger, I don't have strength. Make a paste. Make a paste of it. I could have gotten out to go and to show you a paste I made. I still have it in my freezer. I could have gotten up to go and show you. If you don't mind, I can go and bring it. Let me show you what it looks like. Blend your garlic. Blend your ginger. You can use like two. I know garlic is a bit expensive now. 2, what do you say, zip bunch or piece? What should I call it? 2 pieces of garlic, like some ginger, maybe about 10 pieces. Add like 6 pieces of medium-sized onion. Blend it together. Blend it. Come back and tell me. Just use half spoon. Put it in your stew. Or put it in your jollof. The jollof rice I made this weekend. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just put it in your jollof rice. Add a lot of, I know, potatoes are in season now in Nigeria, for instance. But I mean, potatoes and sweet potatoes are in season. Buy them. They are cheap now. They are healthy. Tomatoes are also in season. The local tomatoes, actually. Buy them too. Store them up. You blend them. Use them for your jollof rice alongside garlic and ginger. Come back. You will see how healthy you will feel and how yummy the food will taste. Put it in your stew. You will not need a lot of seasoning cube. Trust me. Because the taste is very sharp. I cannot lie to you. I'm not gatekeeping. Put it. Garlic is good for your heart health. For your blood sugar. Trust me, it is. Ginger is excellent for your heart health. For your blood sugar. Yeah. As I speak, I even have to be careful, or else my blood sugar will my blood sugar and blood pressure will drop. Because they are just well maintained that I should even be careful with eating those things, or else it will drop. Your bitter leaf, those are good. If you don't like them, you can wash them off a little bit and make it less bitter. Use them with your egusi soup. Egusi has healthy fat. Although you have to eat it in moderation because it can make you gain weight. But eat it in moderation. Add your bitter leaf soup. If you don't like bitter, excuse me, you can add ugu. That's fluted pumpkin. It's very good. Your jute, excuse me, your jute leaf, ewedu, very good. All of this food, they can heal you. Swap soda for water. Take water. Water is life. That statement is very true. Water is life, right? Water is life. Soda will cause your blood sugar to spike. It's tasty. I mean, it's tasty, it's sweet, it's interesting. It spikes your blood sugar. Give it 1 hour. It crashes your energy and makes you to crave more. And before you know it, if you're not careful, you become dependent on sugar. That's what sweet things can do to you. I've been there and I know what I'm talking about. I know how I was able to deliver myself with conscious effort and discipline. You can do the same. If you so love your health, and I know you love your health for following health pages, for being here, listening to this, you love your health. And I love your health for you. You can save yourself the stress. Seriously. Except you have underlying medical conditions that is making you have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and the rest of them. If it is about your lifestyle, seriously, you can reverse into a good and better health. Your blood pressure can do better. Your blood sugar can do better. The headaches, I often suffer from migraine headaches. Anybody that know me can attest to that. Yeah. And do you know what? I stopped taking sugar. I mean, especially from processed foods. I stopped taking soda. I used to love malt. I couldn't do without malt. When I was doing my, what they call it? What do doctors do? What do we do? I forgot. Yes, internship. Malt was my savior because I rarely eat. I don't like to eat. Malt. But one day I made a decision that if I don't stop this thing, it will stop me. It will stop me. When I made that decision, many years passed, I stopped taking malt. Yeah, right? And now, I stopped taking Coke too. I mean, sorry to mention that I stopped taking soda. So now, the thing is, what I now do is, when I have migraine, one of the first things that can stop the migraine is for me to take something very sugary, like soda. So, in as much as I was staying away from sugar, I always have to fall back on soda when I have migraine headaches. Because no matter the medication, the headache keeps banging up. But recently, because I really consciously want to stop taking this soda, no matter, I don't take much. Once I take, like, let's say let me put like 3 or 4 spoons of the soda, the headache will subside a little bit. So this days I decided, what else can I do? So instead of soda, I go for banana. Once I take 1 or 2 or 3 pieces of banana, the headache won't go immediately, but I'll feel better. I'll just put a wet cloth on my head and try to avoid the triggers and all of that. So what am I saying in essence? What is in your plate? What is in your bottle? What is in your freezer? What you're cooking? How you're cooking it? What you're adding to your food? All of them must answer one question, and they must answer it right. Are they healing you, or are they hurting your health? Ask yourself that question every time. I always ask myself that same question. Don't think I'm a saint trying to push to you what I'm not doing myself. No, I'm a very practical person. Whatever I don't try to do, I don't push it to people. And I'm not saying you are going to get it right away. I'm saying start right now. Start. I'm not saying tomorrow you're going to stop taking soda. You're going to stop taking alcohol. You're going to start. You're going to stop frying your food. You're going to stop adding maybe too much of processed food. I'm saying you're going to start. It's a journey. It's not a destination. You are going to start a baby step at a time. A baby step at a time. Then you arrive there. And before you know it, 1 year, 2 years, you look back and you say, oh, I'm healthier than I used to be. Yes, I'm healthier than I used to be. So that is it. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Did you get anything from this? Did you even get anything at all, even if it's one thing? Let me know in the comment section. Was this a waste of your time or did you get something? Let me know in the comment section. If you have any question before we call it a day, let me know. Thank you for coming to this live show. Even if your presence meant a lot to me and you're the reason I'm here. I don't care how many you are. I don't care. Um, all I care about is you are the reason I'm here. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you pick one or two things. And I'm glad you learned something. And I'm glad you will start to practicalize it from today. So if you have any question, let me know in the comment section so that we can know how to address it. Otherwise, we call it a day. You can always drop your question for me. Oh, thank you. Honey Drop says, thank you. This was insightful. I'm glad it was. So do you have any question? Um, do you have any addition, any subtraction, something you think I should have noted I didn't note, something you think I didn't say right? We are all learning. We are all here to rub minds. So let me know in the comment section. Thank you for coming. If you don't have anything to add, to ask, to remove, is there a meal plan for elderly we can follow? Ah, yes. Is there a meal plan for elderly plan we can follow? Oh, well, yes. I would say yes. I have a healthy meal plan basically for heart. I mean, people who have heart issues, for high blood pressure, but it can work well for other lifestyle diseases and for our health generally. But that would be on demand, really. That would be on demand. Yes, that would be on demand, and it might come with a price. Yeah, it might come with a price. But I'll see what I can do if I can create some free health meal plan. If I create a free meal plan, I would attach it to this channel. Excuse me, I'll attach it to this channel. Then you just have to subscribe. If you subscribe, you can download the free meal plan. I think I will look into that. Yeah, thanks, Honey Drops. I'll look into that. I actually have one that is at a price, a meal plan that's good for your heart, good for blood pressure, good for blood sugar, good for your general health. But I will look into making something that may be free, a meal plan that may be free. But once you subscribe, you have to subscribe to this channel to be able to download the meal plan. Thank you for that. Does any other person have a question concerning how healing starts in the kitchen? Do you have an addition? Did you gain anything at all from this video? You can always go back to watch it if you want it to be on the channel. Yeah, if you miss out something, you can always go back to watch it. Yeah. Thank you for joining. I appreciate your time. Till next time, I think we should call it a day. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. I'll let you know the next time we have a live. I think that should be on Facebook Live. Then we can rub minds together on another topic. Thank you so much. God bless you, everyone. Bye.